Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Let's jump into the next zodiac sign that we'll be reading for. Wow, Sag on Sag. So definitely Sag. You could have lead replacements. Let's jump on in from your spirit team. Thank you. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'm going to take that as a sign to use that deck. I just fell. Give me a second. Alrighty. So let's see what the messages are for Sagittarius. We have alchemy on the top of the deck. I think we had that in your reading yesterday. Sagittarius, from the highest teams of love and light, angels, guardians, guides, benevolent deities, ancestors, spirits, from their highest timeline, Angel Michael for Sagittarius. Healing, inner child, beautiful. Walking through a new gateway and walking through a new doorway. You could be thinking about travel or discovering things. Wish fulfillment here, beautiful. Seeing something growing out of fertile ground. So maybe you've gone through a lot of like composting. Yeah, Pluto, underworld energy. Anything else for Sagittarius, the underworld, right? Yeah, there's something about an offer or a certain offer, whether you want to work with this situation or not. I think there's going to be offers regardless coming towards you. It's like you're opening up to this. Sagittarius people in placements. Oh my God. So this was like hanging precariously, like balancing. So that could be something about like your ancestors are working with you to alchemize something in a careful, measured way. Confusion, yeah, it's like they're trying to guide you out of this confusion. So that could be what's happening right now. Sagittarius, like old ways of seeing things, maybe ways of operating that weren't operating from a place of self-love, worth, value, understanding, creation, power. I just heard Amun Ra, so I don't know, maybe you're working with him or something. But yeah, you could be dealing, and this could be to do with masculines in your life, especially if I'm speaking to a feminine. But you're going through higher self-activation, blowing away this confusion, these cycles, these changes. Yeah, you could be thinking a lot at this time as well, thinking about the past maybe potentially. Moving away from conflict, birthing new seeds, Sagittarius people in placement, separation, longing, doubts in the reverse. So yeah, you could be separating yourself, but you're not having doubts about it. There's something about focusing on yourself maybe. Yeah, karma, justice, change, encourage, beautiful. So there's something balancing out in your life. Let's get you advice from your highest teams of love and light. Lovers, so Gemini energy. You could be dealing with something about responsibility, but making the right choices as well. What do you want to commit to? What do you not? What is in harmony and alignment with you, Sagittarius? What's your advice? Something about detaching, opening up to new ways of being. Yeah, you're bringing stability from the past. Maybe something was, maybe something to do with the past is involved in stability in the future or something like that. Sagittarius advice, please. King of Wands. Yeah, this could be somebody you're bringing stability with, that you're building stability with. Could be a masculine fire sign. If I'm not speaking to the masculine, yeah, you're moving away from karmic cycles, old ways of relating or being, or and this will be leading you towards greater happiness with the Ten of Cups. This could be to do with somebody in the past or a family member or something like that. There's something about making decisions as well, and that lead to this justice, right? What's going to be balanced in this dynamic? How do we go about it so that we can be successful in manifesting? Yeah, because there could have been a lot of conflict. It's mirroring Gemini's reading, where they were getting a lot of Five of Swords energy. There was some kind of conflict going on in their reading. So you could have been dealing with that with somebody, and this was causing, there's some kind of like new beginning after a period of pain. This could be regarding something longer term, or could be financially. So maybe a position or something like that as well. Yeah, there's something about something's being revealed. You're studying something interesting. Maybe you're watching something. Let's get you some oracles. What's your advice for Sag from the highest teams of love and light? They're telling me it's this deck, so. Phoenix is there on the top. Let's see, 31. Sagittarius people in placements. Straw bale. It's time to step out of your comfort zone, take up space, and reach new heights. Interesting. Yeah. So you could like have gone through a period of maybe isolation or something. Sagittarius people in placements. Maybe there was something that was holding you back, and you're realizing what this could have been. It could have been like past cycles. Kind of looks like there's an eclipse also, and we actually have the full moon eclipse tomorrow or tomorrow. So anything else for Sagittarius? Sorry if I said it was yesterday. I knew it was sometime soon, but yeah, it's this weekend, mid-weekend. Sagittarius people in placements. Angelica, okay. The bells have rung, chiming far and near. Underneath feathered wings, my dear, you have nothing to fear. Interesting. Let's go ahead and read Straw Bale a bit. 37, I think you were getting that in your reading yesterday as well. It says maximizing, capitalizing on unexpected talents and confidence. 129 could be a relevant number. 12 again. A lot of 12 and the same numbers are coming out. Your higher self chose this card because you're being invited to determine whether or not you need to dream bigger, reach higher, expand more fully into your gifts. Are your talents being utilized? Are you taking up space and allowing your light to shine? Are you reaching for big enough goals or playing it safe? If you're reading this now, it's likely you have not made the best use of your talents and have been playing it safe for fear of failure, right? The devil. Or because you don't believe you're good enough or wise enough. Or experienced enough. There are many people in the world who are less experienced, less educated, and have less money and far less talent, but live big, fulfilling lives simply because they've given themselves permission to occupy the space, as much space as possible. So it's really about your beliefs, right? You could be shedding, letting go of certain beliefs, allowing yourself to open up to new ways of being and doing. Methods, strategies, dynamics, people, relationships. They don't wait for others to hand them things. They go out and get them. They don't wait for others to make space for them. They find their own lanes. Interesting. So yeah, really forging your own path this time. They don't wait for others to hand them things, they go and get them. I love that. They don't wait for others to make space for them, they find their own lanes. Don't be afraid to ask for more, be the first in line, or call your own shots. Strawberry encourages you to find the courage to live as big as you dare. 13, so some kind of rebirth energy or new mindset energy. We do have Uranus and Gemini making a square. So I don't hate squares. I think squares are actually dynamic changes, pressure points, kind of, so to speak. So there's going to be changes, right? We're motivated, we're incentivized, and that's what I love about squares. Because I feel like a lot of what I've seen in people's charts, of course, easy trines and sextiles are beautiful, but when I see a lot of squares and you see like that can really push somebody to great levels of achievement because they're constantly pushing, they're constantly striving, they have the I guess uncomfortable, they want to always be moving kind of energy. There's a tension there, right? So let me just get some water. Whereas a sextile and a trine is just too easy, too free-flowing sometimes. I mean, trines are beautiful, and so such gifts in our birth chart, and along with sextiles, those are natural talents and gifts, but squares can really push us to go for things, right? So, Sagittarius, people and placements. There could have been something unexpected that happened recently, some kind of movement. Interesting. Sunset dinner, an invitation awaits. Yell to the stars, you're ready to go. So this could be an invitation of all sorts. Could be romantic, could be platonic, could be 13 is showing up constantly in your reading. So let's see, 39. Wow. Sorry. An invitation to seat at the table, leveling up. You've been invited to the party or about to receive your seat at the table. Your hard work is paying off, and the people who matter have noticed. Are you ready to shoot your shot? A new opportunity can come at any moment, and you don't want to miss your chance to join the club. So keep your eyes open and peeled. This is eclipse season, right? Fated changes, fated events, and especially with Saturn going retrograde. But yeah, this is a great moment too. Do what you can to feel more confident and secure in your goals you're chasing. Get that pitch together, dress for success, study or undertake research or anything else that's required to make you feel prepared, more prepared. So this could be about like structuring your day, writing something down, journaling, analyzing something, structuring something. The second meaning of this card is the need to spend time with people who can lift you up. They say you are the same as the 6 people you spend the most time with, which is perfectly fine if those people represent who you want, where you want your life to go. However, if you're finding you're frustrated, disappointed, or generally annoyed with the way your current circle of people are behaving, it might be time to find people, I heard new people, who push you out of your comfort zone and inspire you to be great. So this could be about expanding in some sense. Her purview, the purview, I don't know what that means. Expanding the purview, I don't even know what that means. But yeah, maybe expanding like what you're considering, expanding in general. There's something about a sunrise as well. It's like something is setting while something is rising. I don't know. Let's continue on. Sagittarius. People and placements. What are the vital messages from the highest themes of love and light? Candles could be really relevant as well. Awakened. Beautiful energy. A lot of light, a lot of peace. Yeah, maybe you're settling into understanding or knowing something. Blissed out. Yeah, really following your bliss. You could have been dealing with something that was very toxic, and I see you leaving that behind for grander things. Or maybe this could be just a dynamic. Doesn't have to be a person. There's also an ancestor around you. Sagittarius, people and placements. Yeah, something was really taking away your strength in the past. Interesting. There could have been a transformation that was required. To accept some new opportunity. Sagittarius. Yeah, you could be cleaning up, or but I'm seeing boss up here, so there could be something about taking control of your life again. But let's jump into some white light for my beautiful Sag. From your highest teams of love and light, Angel Michael, guardians and guides from their ancestors for Sagittarius. Make sure you're maybe doing some stretches. That could be helpful. Feeling like I need to do a stretch. Okay, because something could be like getting ready to amp up in your life or something like that. So Sagittarius, people and placements. Sovereign Queen Maeve. I love it. I love it. Okay, anything else for Sag? The wolf was behind her. magnetism and Shekinah. You got Shekinah yesterday. The sun on the top. We're going to read the sun as your future card. And a pauses in the reverse. Yeah, something's speeding up. You're moving out of a period of stagnancy or something like that. So let's see. Number 16. All right, you are being healed from guilt and fear, right? The devil in sideways. You're overcoming that from the past. Such emotions no longer steal your personal power or your energy or your right or your time or dissuade you from being confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it might seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light in life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. Our sun is a self-luminous being. It does not reflect light or energy from other sources, but rather generates its own. It is quite literally an enlightened being. So it also represents the soul, right? We're reincarnated, so connecting to our happiness and joy and clarity. The sun is our spiritual mentor, teaching us to be spiritually self-reliant when we cannot find support or guidance externally. So this could be, or need to go it alone for a time. So this could be about communing with your spirit team, guardians, and guides instead of people, maybe. Such phases can be difficult, but they are temporary, and inner spiritual strength is built in such times. Sometimes we don't realize our own strength until circumstances force us to find out. Connecting to one's inner light is precious and empowering. It allows you to feel spiritually held from within. Once you've established such inner connection, you're unlikely to give your power away again, less prone to being manipulated, right? So maybe people notice this around you as well. You're attracting dynamics that mirror, because the world, as you change, the world changes, right? Because you know what I mean? So, and more likely to live in harmony with your soul values rather than the typically soul-denying priorities of mass consciousness. As your soul connects to the inner sun, your relationship to the light heals. It is not seen as separate. Instead, the soul begins to recognize the light in a constant in reality that is relied on for sanctuary. As the soul recognizes, I heard emerges, as the higher self, a being of light, the fears of the mind no longer dominate the heart as they used to. Yeah, it has no power because you have a strong relationship with your spirit team, with God, whatever divinities you work with, deities, spirits, ancestors, grounding, nature. The inner light encourages the heart to depend on its own wisdom, to live, to depend on its wisdom, to live as though the light was more real than the darkness of doubt or worry. The soul turns within, begins to tap into its own potential, and in doing so gains further self-confidence, spiritual empowerment, and loving presence. If you are criticized, misunderstood, or disrespected by those around you, rely upon the inner connection to the light to see you through such dark times. You can commune with your inner light in private without needing to explain, justify, or even speak of it to anyone. Your inner light shall continue to shine bright no matter what is happening around you. And there is something exciting coming to you. I don't want to talk about it, though. I think we need to keep things private at this time. But if you know, you know. The frequency of 417 hertz is a spiritual truth serum. It undoes false perceptions and dismantles circumstances and situations that are not meant for the soul. When a challenging situation is helping the soul grow, the frequency helps you understand how to work through it in a soul-centered way, staying connected to the light within. If a situation like a toxic relationship is creating a barrier between the soul and the light, weakening its ability to evolve and causing it to become stuck in trauma and negative patterns, this frequency dismantles the negative circumstances. You always have free will, but your capacity to exercise it in a self-loving way is more available and apparent. The 417 hertz frequency facilitates a healing shift into the vibration of the higher self. Your authentic life path is directed by your higher self. As it is unique, there is no use comparing your path to any others in order to determine its validity and value. Your true life path may lead you away from the familiar directly into worlds unknown. The moment your soul takes in its authentic path, wondrous awakening takes place. There is a feeling of closeness and connection to the sacred. This frequency helps wipe away experiences of alienation and reestablishes a deep and loving connection with the universe, which is the real relationship we should all prioritize above any others. It cleanses traumatic experiences and memories and any malignant habits formed as a consequence of past pain, and allows the soul to experience true kindness, compassion, and love for self and others. In this oracle, it signifies that no matter what happens in your life, you've got this. Beautiful, beautiful. A lot of exciting things coming towards you. I can see that, but we're not going to talk about it. But yeah, the sun is that awakening, right? That light. We do have magnetism of Eros, so you could be very magnetic at this time, attracting new contracts, potentially new relationships, old relationships in new ways, perhaps, who knows. But let's get into some extra messages. Sagittarius, people and placements before we move on to juicy messages. Angels, beautiful. I love to see it. Yeah, so it's like the angels are working with you. You could be working with angels, of course, praying, working with them. They're guiding you towards happiness and the light and joy, though. You're being protected, you're being guided. And yeah, cooperation, beautiful. So there could be like new connections with new people, new contracts, or this could be working with people you've known before. And ants are very close to the ground, right? So there could be something about like really grounding down your dreams, or really taking action in tangible ways, or something like that. Or it's like all the transformations from the underworld that you've experienced are allowing you to maybe ace something, I heard. So not that it's a test, but maybe it is a test. Who knows? Let's see, Ant. Help is at hand, nothing to fear. Weight is relieved when Ant is near. I'll swallow my pride, be part of the team. Burdens now lifted to follow my dream. 14 here. When Ant comes into a life, it's a call for action. It's time to live in balance with Earth, serving as a spiritual caretaker, time to be organized. So maybe you're working with an agenda or a journal or something. Keep your instincts sharp and focused. Your inner strength gets you through a difficult situation. So I have watched and observed you struggling in day-to-day life. You feel lost or alone, searching for your way back home as you singly carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Your pride stops you from asking others for help, support, or advice. Yet deep down, you cry to be a part of a family cry or a community, to share your family clan or a community to share your life's burdens with. The great news is you don't have to go it alone, for help is at hand. So this is going to be about like choosing the right help as well, or reaching to the right people, right? I may be small, but I have super strength that can help you through this rather difficult time. So it could be the small things that bring you that strength, right? Maybe somebody talks to you, or somebody knows somebody, right? Remember that your family, friends, and work colleagues are waiting to collaborate with you to create a better life. Cooperation will remove all obstacles in your way, including using patience, courage, and persistence. I guide you to rebuild your life for the good of all concerned. Take one step at a time, knowing you are fully supported in all you do. Beautiful. Let's give you some juicy messages and we'll close out. Any last messages, valuable, important only messages for Sagittarius? Something about life's ups and downs or something. Somebody could have wanted revenge, side note. You could have been dealing with Scorpio, or somebody had a gripe against you or something. Sagittarius, people and placements. Valuable messages, please, from their spirit team only. I heard aubergine. I don't know what that's about. Like, doesn't that mean eggplant? Maybe somebody's got a big, a big snake in their pants. Anything else for Sagittarius? Something about Rome, Romans. Sagittarius, people and placements. Your spirit team, guardians and guides from their highest timeline. Messages of relevance to guide them towards peace and success. Thank you. Women jealous of your confidence. Okay. We have reach out to angels. Beautiful. And that was the card that came out for you guys, right? So it's not about what you do. Sometimes it's about what you don't, right? Where you're not expending your energy, where you're not chasing, where you're not wasting time. You dodged Satan is popping up here. So this could be like that devil sideways, right? This could be like a traumatic pattern, a karmic pattern, some kind of things, karma from past lives that you're learning and evolving beyond, right? Aquarius energy. Trying to bring harm your way. So this could have been somebody who was very nefarious around you. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Was stealing / manipulating your energy, right? So maybe they were trying to manipulate so that you would think about them, or so that they could siphon your energy, wanted to use your credit and leave you with it. Interesting. So maybe somebody was trying to use you to help them get a loan and then, gamble it all away or bankrupt you with it or something. So yeah, got away in the nick of time. So do be careful. And unblock any mindset blocks to demand manifestation, right? So you could notice that maybe there's certain emotions or energetic blocks. And as you free and clear these away, when you take your power back, when you realize your sovereignty, is when you're allowed to actually manifest your destiny. And this comes to do with your self-love. The more you glow, the more moths fear none. Okay, so this is just to know that when you are glowing at a high frequency, right, there's going to be so many more people, right, and so many more energies that are going to be magnetized towards you. So it is important that you have like maybe a bug zapper. I'm just kidding, no, but you have the doors closed, that you're not like allowing moths into your home, things like that. Age 40s. So this could be somebody in their 40s, maybe rebuilding. As you elevate, you need people who also elevate. And we have was sent to harm you, but it's coming out sideways. So maybe that karma's over. I don't know. MC Hammer, you can't touch this. And learning to say no. And we have Larage, could be a demon or spirit with themes relevant here. We have wanted to come in your life and cause losses. Discoveries are made and perceptions change. So you could be like seeing how it's, that changing the inner world changes the outer world. You can't trust them. They talk about people they hang out with. And we have walk into the unknown. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little reading. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get it personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. And of course, we do have Phoenix to end your reading. But yeah, I might do a bonus later. And thank you so much for your support. Have a great weekend. Take care.